Welcome to Crucial Matters on Crucial TV. It's a season of another letter writing. The former President Olusegun Obasanjo has written another letter to President Muhammadu Buhari. We're going to be dissecting the content of the letter. We'll be looking at what the issues he has addressed in this letter. Later on the show, we will also let you know what Nigerians are talking about the letter he has written this time. Before we do that, I have a guest in the studio. He's a regular. He is Mr. Jerry Paul. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
It's good to have you again,
Thank you
Mr.
very
Jerry.
much. Thank you for having me.
Yes. It's a season of letter.
Indeed. Another letter.
Yes. The former President Olusegun Obasanjo has written to President Buhari yet again.
Okay.
What do you think about the letter?
The latest letter by the former President Olusegun Obasanjo, to me, is a welcome development. By speaking out, because a lot of well-meaning Nigerians have been silent over time. So he's speaking out via this letter is a welcome development by me.
Right, so you like the fact that he's been writing and he's written again. But we're going to look at the content of the letter. Most times it is said you need to divorce divorce the messenger from the message.
From the message, yes.
Right. One key thing that he addressed in that letter is the fact that in this administration, the diversity of Nigeria has been mismanaged. Do you agree?
First of all, you talked about separating the messenger from the message.
Yes.
I think it's a very good aspect of it. Because many Nigerians, their reaction is based on what did he do during his own time. But I don't share that opinion. Even if he didn't do anything when he was here, but now that he sees something, an elderly man will not sit under a tree and see something going wrong but will not speak out. So coming back to the content of his message, the content is basically on security.
Yeah.
And you and I know that in this country, security is the most important thing. And that is the most dangerous thing that is now happening. There is no security. And him raising this issue of security at this particular time, it is just timely.
All right. We'll look at something very important also in the letter. He is asking for a national dialogue.
Yeah.
For example, he said any ethnic group that is aggrieved, we should look at their grievances, and if legitimate, we should call such ethnic groups to have a national debate and then provide a way forward. Do you agree with that?
Somehow I do not share that opinion.
Yes, because we've had several national confab.
Yes, the
right?
latest one,
Yes.
2014.
And many Nigerians are actually saying, what has come out of all this confab?
Nothing.
All right. But people would also say that there is the need to gather together and discuss. But I don't know if you really share in that suggestion that we should have another national dialogue.
Just as I said earlier, I do not share in the opinion of yet another confab.
Okay.
The result and the report of 2014 confab is still gathering dust in the shelves of the government.
Right.
I would prefer and suggest that the government dusts the 2014 national confab. Those who gathered and put those conversations together, we are also traditional rulers, people that we are sent from different walks of life, traditional rulers, national politicians, and people, leaders of all sorts, all walks of life.
All right.
So gathering people yet again is just unnecessary waste of national resources.
That's your opinion.
Yes.
All right. A lot of Nigerians are saying, instead of writing open letters, why not make a visit to President Muhammadu Buhari, have a discourse, right? And then table all these issues you've written in the letter, and then and provide a way forward. Must you write letters?
Every Nigerian is entitled to his own opinion, but his writing of letters is also not wrong. Who knows whether he has explored such avenue but have not been successful.
Okay.
Who knows if he has also talked to him, but he has not listened. Remember, there was time even the wife of the president came out, not in letters but verbally.
Okay.
It means that she had been talking in the bedroom, but was not being listened. She was not being listened to. So who knows the avenues that Obasanjo has explored that yielded no result, that made him to resort to letter. So we won't blame him. I think we should take the message and forget about the messenger.
All right. Quickly, we will go on the street and feel the pulse of Nigerians, what they feel about the letter. Join us again. Crucial TV is right here at the popular Beggar Roundabout, and we are here in the streets to feel the pulse of Nigerians on the latest issue trending in the country. Today, it's about the former president Obasanjo, and it's about his letter written to President Muhammadu Buhari. Responding to former President Obasanjo's letter, what would you have to say?
He should just stop disturbing other people's government.
Should focus on his government? Or
Yes,
should
no.
just...
I believe during his time there was not much criticism as he is doing to the present government.
So you mean he doesn't have the right to speak? All right.
He has the right as a old president. He has the right, but the challenge, if he have an advice to give, I think it's better he just advise instead of all this.
There's a this Yoruba adage that says, "Okaka nke enu esheje." Only to we own inshallah we. This man has been saying this thing. Let us one way or the other look into it. Let us get involved the National Security Advisor, the expert, security expert, and other principal officers in that sector to look into what he's saying. You understand? Fine. He might have his own issues, but don't let us look at the messenger. Let us look at the content of the message. You understand? So I think one way or the other, if we can look at it, it is for the benefit of all. It is for the good of all. It's not about him. He is secured. No matter how, he can go to anywhere. He can go to anywhere in the country. Can live anywhere. He's secured. But he's talking about the ordinary persons in Nigeria.
Obasanjo did his own. Fine. Obasanjo cannot say during his own era he was 100% perfect. You understand? Yes. I believe in one thing, that Buhari may have his own shortcoming, but I believe he should. There's a way he should criticize this thing so that it will not turn to a kind of clash stuff. Yes, about this Fulani herdsmen stuff and whatever, because I believe someday Buhari will finish his tenure and leave, another tribe will still come in. But are we really checking it? Is it 100% Fulani that are causing this problem, or there are some gangs of people, or it has been politicized? You understand? Because all these things needs to be checked. Not just Obasanjo sitting down in Inota and making noise, because you can't oversee everything. I believe there's a way he should even dialogue with the president, not coming out and start painting himself as if he's a god or is a kind of... I'm a Yoruba.
Okay.
I'm not really down with everything Obasanjo says. Yes, he says some things that are facts. You understand?
Okay.
But I still see it as part of still political criticism.
He has all the right, and I wouldn't really judge him because he's one of the key members in this country. So whatever he's saying right now, I think they should look into it very well, and definitely there will be a solution for Nigeria if only they will look into what he said and then the other letter that he wrote.
So you don't have a problem with him writing letters?
I don't have a problem with him writing letters because as far as I'm concerned, he's one of the fathers, and we cannot derive away from that point that he's one of a very key person in this country.
Those were the views of some Nigerians on the street about the letter written by former President Olusegun Obasanjo. I still have in the studio my guest. He is Mr. Jerry Paul, and we're looking at the content of the letter written by former President. Mr. Jerry, those were the views from some Nigerians. For and against the letter written by a former president. You know, the crux of the matter talks about the state of insecurity in Nigeria. But the presidency has been saying that the security talk about, but the presidency has been saying that the talk about insecurity in Nigeria is exaggerated. Do you agree?
I do not agree with the presidency.
All right.
I think they are coming from the side of being indifferent
Okay.
to the plight of Nigerians. The killings in Nigeria are not being over exaggerated at all. Instead, we have to be grateful to the media. Yet, the media have underreported them.
Okay.
Because there are so many other killings that we have never heard of. People are missing in this country. They have not been traced. People are being kidnapped. Nobody have found. Some are not reported at all. So there is no exaggeration here. What the government need to do is to study the letter written by Obasanjo. Forget about the messenger and look at the message. That is it. Study the information, the letter he has written, and see how we will tread the path of national security. Until we do that, we will continue to wallow, to be where we are, wallow in this state of insecurity that is killing us slowly. And as we are sitting on a keg of a gunpowder that will soon explode anytime.
All right, Mr. Jerry, for want of time, I will just allow you give your final words of advice to the president. Let's assume he's watching us right now and would want to take your advice. What would you have to give?
Concerning Obasanjo's letter to the president,
Yes.
he should study the letter.
Okay, he should accept the letter.
Accept the letter in good faith, study it, involve his advisors, then let them look at every issue that the former president have raised and see how they be treated on their merits.
Okay.
On their merits.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Mr. Jerry Paul, is always a pleasure having you.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure.
You've heard it all. Do you think the former president should be writing letters? Or do you think he should explore other methods in reaching the president? Talking about President Muhammadu Buhari. What do you think? Leave your comments at the comment section and I'll be willing and glad to respond to them. It's Crucial Matters on Crucial TV. My name is Hyacinth Alaba. Thank you for staying with us.